Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
First carry for Nick Chubb. And past the 30, down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
To throw on second down, Hendricks. And that's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Hendricks toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Let's go!
Throwing on first down. Hendricks steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Let's go!
Off the play fake. Hendricks. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hendricks letting one go deep for the end zone. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. A give to Bell. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Hendricks. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Sean Davis with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 1 yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Rudolph. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, here's Bell. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
On first down, Hendricks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Back to throw. Hendricks. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Hendricks. And he comes back with one complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Shreds the tackle. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Here's Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Ohio!
From the gun, Hendricks. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10.
Come on, let's go! Grind 38!
They go play action here on first down. And his pass incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
To throw again, Hendricks. And incomplete on the deep ball. Marshall, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Hendricks. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
A final shot before the break, Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
Here we go now.
Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down. Hendricks. Incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Throwing again on second and 10. Hendricks. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. What?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off-play action. Hendricks. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rudolph on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now Bell. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. First carry for James Conner. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw from his end zone. Hendricks. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way up to the 41-yard line. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. And even 40 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's got room. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Handoff comes to Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Bud Dupree, a former 1st-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, boys, you got 4 down.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it.